Hey guys, it's Liz. I'm checking in for my week 35 post-op LAPBAND, I believe. Yep, 35. So 9 months post-op is creeping up on me slowly. Um, I promised I would do an update regarding my tight band issues again. I seem to be having a lot of struggles with being too tight. I have a feeling that this has something to do with my surgeon and the doctors at the surgery that I work with my fills. I think that they're very lenient and happy to give too much away, basically. I think that they basically give you whatever you want in regards to fills, and that kind of annoys me because if I go in there and ask for 6 cc's or whatever, they're probably going to give it to me and be quite happy to give it to me. So that is frustrating, and I'm actually kind of considering swapping over because I don't really think that they're I just think that they give the fills away too easily. Anyway, last time I told you what my weight was, it was 173 pounds or 78.8 kilograms. At the moment I am sitting around 167 pounds or 75.8. So in a 2 week period, one of the weeks that I didn't give any weights, over that 2 weeks I had a 2 kilo loss, which is 4.4 pounds, and I'm attributing that again to being too tight. And at the moment I'm feeling that I shouldn't be that tight, and I don't think anyone should. And I think that I've been watching some videos from my friend on YouTube, Kim, which is Ms. Fantastic. I've mentioned her before, and I just watched one of her videos about LAPBAND not being about restriction, and that a lot of us have a very different idea of what restriction is, and we feel that the LAPBAND should be stopping us from eating too much when really we should be stopping ourselves. So at the moment I'm kind of like in this spot where I think that maybe I am in a position to try and do better on my own without having as much restriction. I've been leaning on the restriction to stop me from eating, and I should be able to do that myself. I should be able to limit myself to 1 cup of food per meal. And I mean, I do that, and I pick good foods on my own without the LAPBAND telling me what to pick. I mean, the LAPBAND doesn't choose what I put in my mouth. Okay, so what's been going on? I had to go to the emergency department again to sort out my band that's been too tight. We've just had Easter, and here we've had 5 days off altogether, including public holidays and the weekend. So I found that after 3 days of not being able to eat, that including Easter, I couldn't even eat. I couldn't keep anything down on Easter Day, which really sucked. And I wasn't even really trying to eat chocolate or anything like that. Like, I couldn't even have the brunch that we had as a family. Like, I couldn't even eat an egg, and it's just like, it really sucked. So and I couldn't hold out for another 2 days to see my surgeon's office, so I went to the ED again. And I went to a different hospital to see whether it was any more effective than the last time, because last time we were waiting for 6 hours before someone helped me. And last time it was quite quick. She once I got someone from the general surge to come, it was very quick. She just took out some fluid from my band. It really wasn't very difficult at all. But this time, and my first thing that I did was I tried to go and see an after hours GP, which is just a general practitioner, and he tried to have a couple of goes at it. He tried to stab me 3 times, or not stab me, but prick me 3 times to try and find the port. We had no luck, so I said, sorry, I'm going to have to go to ED. And then so I went to Royal Perth, which is a central hospital, and because it's the biggest hospital that's closest to us. And I was taken to the quick assessment and care area, and I had a registrar try to find it. So I had someone else trying to get in there, so that's the second person that tried. And then after waiting a while, they sent someone down from a surgeon down, and that was the third person who tried, and she was very rough, and I actually needed local anesthesia in the area because she was actually stabbing around a lot and moving my port around, and she was saying that she couldn't find the rubber area to insert, and she kept hitting the metal. I don't really know what that means. I don't really know what the port looks like at all. I've never like touched one and felt one in my hand. So she was saying that it was moving around a lot and that I needed to have a guided ultrasound to try and find the place where the needle goes into. So they were trying to sort that out, and they said to me that they couldn't do it for some reason or other, and to come back in the morning. So I came back in the morning, and I got pushed through, and I ended up in radiology, and they did an ultrasound, and it just basically looked like a black dot. You couldn't really even see anything. And then they got me on the x-ray, and I had the surgeon, he sterilized my stomach and everything, and I could see on the screen, I could see my band on the screen, and the first thing that came up was like a line. It was just a line, and I was thinking back, I remember Banded Wendy posted a picture of her band, and she said underneath it, this is exactly what a band should look like from x-ray. It should be a circle on your stomach, just a circle, and mine was a line. And I was like, oh shit, okay, my port is not the way it should be, and it probably has flipped. And then the radiologist, no, the actual doctor, was like poking it and pushing it over, and it would roll over, and then it would become a circle again, the way it's supposed to be. And so basically what they had to do was they had to push it into place, and then try and put the needle into it while pushing it down at the same time. And the first time they did it, it was they'd actually flipped it the wrong way, and they were trying to go into the back of it, and then they realized after a couple of hundred pokes, and then they realized that they'd flipped it the wrong way, so they went over the other way and tried to access it from there, and we finally got it. And they took out about, I said just 5 point, because I was at 5.5, and I said just take out 0.5, and I think he took out a bit more than that, so maybe 0.7. But what he showed me in the syringe was like quite a lot, so I don't know whether he actually just took out 5 mils or whether he took out 0.5. I don't know. So I'm going to have to go back to my surgeon this week and see what the deal is with my port, and possibly get a top up, because I am wide open at the moment. I can eat anything. I'm not restricted. I'm getting hungry. I don't have to eat slowly. It's kind of scary for me, but at the same time I'm kind of thinking that maybe I should just sit with no restriction and see how I go for a while, and see if I like gain weight, or if I maintain, or if I can lose weight like this, so I'm just going to have to see how I go, really. But I am going to have to go back to my surgeon anyway, just to discuss what's going on with my port. I really don't like the fact that it's flipped over, and in this emergency situation where it's too tight and I'm unable to see my surgeon, I don't really want it to be an issue for someone to take out some fluid. And this was a major issue. This was like, okay, I'll show you what they did to me. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it on the webcam because the screen is dimmed, but here, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but right here you can see about half a dozen, no wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, around 15 different pokes, so not cool. And I don't know whether it's just because they didn't know how to find the entry point properly, or whether it's because of my port. And I have had some indicators of my port being a little bit weird. Maybe a couple of weeks ago I was laying in bed, and it kind of like made this funny feeling. Like, you guys all know, if you have a band, you can kind of like feel it. It kind of like even when you're getting a feel, you can kind of feel it moving around. It's like, ugh, it feels weird, and it made that like weird feeling. And then I looked down, and it was like fully sticking out, like fully sticking out, and I was like, whoa, okay, something weird is going on there. and that was probably the first time that it's really significantly moved around. And a couple of days ago, I was trying to put my pants on, and I put one leg into the pants, and then I kind of like bent over and lifted up the leg on the side that my port is on, and I got like a sharp stabbing pain, and every time I kept trying to lift my leg up, so I'm using my abdominal muscles to try and pull my leg up, it's like moving the port around, and it's bumping into something and causing me pain. So that's another indicator. And I find that whenever I do sort of any abdominal exercises, and I do occasional crunches and just like occasional, very rarely do I do crunches or sit-ups or whatever, but I have done, and I always find that the area is very tight and weird after I've done, like, I find that my band gets tighter after I've been doing abdominal workouts or anything like that. So I don't know what's going on. I haven't looked into why this can happen, why it can flip. I suppose maybe it could be due to the fact that it wasn't inserted properly, it wasn't stitched down well enough in the first place. It could be due to the fact that I've lost weight and there's nothing holding it in places, or nothing holding it in place as much as it was before when I was when I had the fat kind of like holding it to the stomach, to the abdominal wall. It could be because I work out quite hard. I mean, I don't just like walk on the treadmill. I do quite vigorous workouts, so that could be something to do with it. I don't know. I'm really going to have to talk to my surgeon about it and see whether I can get some sort of revision surgery of it and what is involved, especially cost-wise. I'm not really too keen on forking out some dosh just to get something fixed that isn't really my fault. I haven't done anything to cause it. I mean, the only fault will be of the surgeons and not sticking it down as well. And the thing is I mean, like, it's right on the surface, like I can feel it. It's quite it's right there, and if I lose much more weight, I think it's going to be quite visible. So I'm thinking that maybe I should just get it revised to kind of put it, like, sit it further back or in a different place so it's not quite so obvious. I don't know. I'm going to have to talk to someone about it and see what they think, get a professional opinion. Otherwise, everything's okay. I've been eating some junk because I feel that I'm allowed to, because I didn't have anything for Easter. This is what I've been eating. You can't see because I've eaten them all. Honey roasted cashews, full of sugar and fat. Yum. But yeah, so that's the thing that I'm gonna have to watch out for, because now that I can eat whatever, I'm kind of like, what can I eat? What can I eat? It goes kind of on the video that I made last week about my compulsive secret eating, and so I got a LAPBAND because I do have problems controlling what I eat. But I'm thinking when I go back to work this week and everything kind of settles back down into routine, it should be okay. And I'll just see how I go. Anyway, I will be going back to see my surgeon this week, and I'll let you guys all know what happens with that and discussing the port thing. And I'm going to also go request pictures see if I can get pictures of the x-ray, because they're really quite cool, like seeing it right there on the screen, and what it looked like initially, being a straight line, and when they pushed it over and stuff like that. So that was cool, and I'd like to have them. So I'll see if I can get them and show you guys. I will quickly do a body shot just because I usually tend to try and do one. I'm not in my usual place of living. I'm in Mandurah yet again. I am slightly swollen. Yeah, this is the swelling. It's not usually this bad, but it's from them jabbing around so much. Anyway, this is me at 75-ish kilos, I think I'm at. So yeah, I'm starting to get comments, people saying, oh, you've lost so much weight, how much have you lost now? You're gonna stop soon, you're getting too skinny. But anyway, everything's good. I hope all of you guys are doing really great and you had a wonderful Easter and you didn't eat too much chocolate. But I'll see you at the end of the week and I'll let you know what's going on. Okay, bye.